Hey, I'm Veronica. Looks like I'm live. How are you this morning? As promised, this is my 200th video. Excited to be with you today, and I'm excited to be talking about manifesting goals. What do you want to manifest? What is something that you really want to accomplish? I am here to help. We're going to talk about my manifesting goals too, because there are things that I want to manifest in the upcoming year, things that seem impossible to me or unlikely to happen. So we're going to talk about how I'm going to get over my own fear of obstacles, because I do want to mention that everyone has these fears of obstacles. No one is ever complete. Even when you fulfill a goal that you thought was impossible and get it, then you suddenly want another impossible goal. Someone said marriage in 2019. Hey, I'm on board with that. I want marriage in 2019 too. So another thing that I want that's sort of seemingly impossible right now, so I'm going to throw my goal out there. I want to attract 100,000 subscribers. Now, if you know how many subscribers I have right now, it is far from 100,000. So I realize that this is a huge goal, and I have no idea how I'm going to attract that many subscribers, because I know from a logical standpoint how many I'm gaining per day. And at the rate that I'm gaining them, it would take me like close to 10 years to achieve this goal. But I am going to put it out there to the universe that I want to achieve this goal in less than a year. So let's see what I can manifest in terms of that. Now, another manifesting goal that I have is I would love to do like a live Q&A session, for example, like in front of a live audience. So that is another one of my goals for 2019, kind of like I'm doing these live sessions now. I'd love to do it in front of a live audience, maybe meet some of you face to face. And I think that that would be absolutely wonderful. Again, I have no clue how on earth to put this together, who on earth I would contact. I feel like someone would have to contact me because I don't know how to do that, but I know other people, other lecturers do these sorts of live sessions. So I think I would love to do that. I think I'd be good at it. I really like the energy of being in front of a crowd. So I think that that would be really wonderful. So those are my goals for the next year. I'm putting those out there. Yes, I could stew in sort of the perceived obstacles, like how on earth are those things going to happen? You're reaching too high. You know, those are kind of out of the realm of what you can expect given your current circumstances. But I love the idea of creating something out of nothing, and I'm actually just going to be myself, going to do my own thing. I'm not even going to think about it that often, just from time to time. I really want those things. So we'll see what happens, and I'm sure I'll update you on a future video. Okay, so let's talk about your goals now. What are some things that you want? Oh, I love this. 21,000 subs. I see 210,000 subs. I like that even better. I love that. That's even better. Okay, so let's see what you all want, and I'm happy to answer some questions, sort of obstacles that are standing in your way. So let's do it. That's what this video is all about. I'm really excited to be celebrating number 200. Oh, I do have a secret sale going as well in celebration of this. Let me just list that link. Give me 1 second to type that. So it's veronicaisles.com/HTML/200 sale.html. I have some things are discounted, and there's some new packages in there. There's actually a weight loss package in there as well. Okay, so enough with that. I'm just going to list that link. So hi to everyone. Let's go ahead and start answering some questions. So can we manifest a proposal from a long distance ex? Sure, why not? I mean, I know that a lot of relationships are long distance. It happens a lot in this day and age, especially this day and age of technology. It's a lot easier to keep in contact with someone. Especially we have these ability to FaceTime, to Skype, to do all these sorts of things. It's not like it was 30 years ago when all you really had was the telephone. Now you have so many different forms of communication, so I think long distance relationships are a lot more common than they used to be, and a lot more. There's a lot more ability to have them be successful. So of course you could manifest a proposal. You can manifest a proposal from any sort of circumstance. You just have to see yourself as being able to actually have someone want to commit their life to you, spend the rest of their life with you, be in love with you in that way. And so again, it starts with yourself. And the way you feel about yourself is directly related to how another person is going to respond to you. You can say, well, this person can think whatever they want about me, and my thoughts have no bearing on what they're going to think. But it's actually the complete opposite. Your feeling of yourself is going to radiate towards them, and they're going to directly pick up on this. So if you want someone to marry you, see yourself as capable of having this, they are going to pick up on that energy and either be drawn to you or not be drawn to you in that way. But you can't have confidence, you can't have a lack of self-confidence and self-worth and really think that it's possible to build a long-lasting relationship from that. So take control of the situation and believe in yourself. Okay, share something which helps us manifesting marriage fast. Well, it's kind of like what I just said. You see yourself as the marrying type. There's plenty of people that get married every day. You can be just like those people. I mean, they're really no different than you. They're really no, there's really no difference between that person than you. The only difference is you need to align with that idea of having it be possible in your life. What is your success rate with your clients? You know, it really depends on the person. I present the same information to everyone. You know, whenever I'm talking with a client, I sort of try to help identify where their weak spots are and try to really zero in on where they can strengthen different aspects and what they need to do in order to succeed. I think that, you know, success rate depends on how much effort you're willing to put in. How much fun you're willing to have with this. This is supposed to be a fun process. It's not supposed to be difficult. It's not supposed to be strenuous. It's supposed to be fun. So I think it really depends on you. And again, it also depends on the situation. Some things just take longer than others. But the awesome thing is that when you do reach a goal, that it's like you never would have had it happen any other way. It's so perfect the way that it happens, that you cherish the way that it happens, that you just love it and you're so happy that it happened that it doesn't even matter how long it took. And that's really important to keep in perspective and to remember. I listened to your video on no contact and now it's 6 months later. Okay, so if it's ever taking you a long time and you seem like you're getting no results, you got to change your routine. The universe really appreciates change. Whenever you change, you welcome in change. So if you've been doing the same technique for 6 months, I always say stop. You got to stop. Even if it's listening to my videos, just stop doing it. You need to adopt some new habits. You need to change things up, change up your mental routine, change up your morning routine, like the way that the order in which you brush your teeth and drink your orange juice, like just change things. It's time for some change because what we tend to do is we tend to become creatures of habit. And this habit also encompasses mental habits as well. And these mental habits bleed over into our results. So if you're looking for some change and you're like, hey, I'm not getting the result that I want, it's not working, it's time to change it up. And you also need to forget about the result a lot. I've noticed that with me, if I put something out there, I say it. I'm like, hey, I really want this. Like, for example, I really want to hit 100,000 subscribers. I really want that. I want that verified thing next to my name. I think that would be so cool. You don't get that until you're at 100,000. I would love that. Like, if I'm thinking about that all the time, I'm just going to stress myself out. And if I look at my numbers, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I lost subscribers. Now I'm further away from my goal. I'm just going to be totally stressed out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be like, put it out there. I'm not even going to think about it. A year later, I'm going to take a tally on where I'm at. And a lot of times it helps to write down your goals like in an envelope, seal the envelope, put it away. Look at it in 1 year's time, and you'd be surprised if you've sort of let these things go. You'd be surprised how many of those things you can check off of your list. Now, I know in dealing with a love relationship, it's hard to just forget about it and move on and move ahead. But honestly, the more that you can let go, the more free you can be about something, the easier it's going to come to you. The universe is not going to forget your requests. It's not, because you are the universe. Those requests are part of who you are. You put things out there, you imagine them, you let them go, they come to you. So ask, believe, receive. It's that simple. And we complicate things to such a degree, and it's so unnecessary. And I want to take this video as a way to celebrate, you know, the fact that you can succeed. You can break through in this new year in ways that you never have before. But you got to take a chance. You got to take a risk. You got to decide to do something that you haven't done before. So if you've been doing the same thing for the last 6 months, stop. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Stop. Do something new. Let your mind just wander free. play and just have fun. And you'd be surprised how amazing things can turn around for you. So, should I have contacted him to save the relationship? Okay, so in terms of regrets, it's kind of silly to have regrets. It's kind of silly to say, well, if I would have done this different, maybe we wouldn't have broken up and maybe we wouldn't be at this point right now. Because the reason why it's silly to have these regrets is because anything can be changed for the better. There is nothing right now in this moment that you cannot still have. You did not have to go back in time and do that different in order to salvage the current moment. Like, you may not be with your person right now, but you can still save the relationship. It's not permanently gone. You haven't done anything to ruin your chances for good, so you don't have to hate on yourself or have these horrible regrets. All you need to do is believe that the ultimate result is still possible and let yourself take baby steps towards it. Let the universe open up doors that don't currently exist. Be grateful for every single moment and just take small strides to get there. Keep changing from within. Keep believing that you are worth this very thing that you seek, and don't hate on yourself for the past. Maybe the result would have been different in the past, but honestly, I think the feeling behind it is so much more important than the actual action. So your feeling at the time was the same, whether or not you would have done this action or that action. So it doesn't really matter. That happened then. You're where you are now. Deal with the present moment. Make the best out of it. Nothing is impossible. And just remember that. Okay, let's take some more questions. Let's see. Sorry, I'm still still getting over a cold, so bear with me. Okay. Let's see. What if he has gone for good as 6 months have passed? How can we be close? Okay. So 6 months have passed. I know that a lot of you get so scared, like if a month has passed, a day has passed, a year has passed. Oh my gosh, is he going to forget about me? No. If you've ever noticed, when you see somebody maybe that you haven't seen in 3 years, maybe you were really close friends with them, you suddenly see them and you're together with them, it feels like no time has passed at all. Now, why is that? That's because time is really an illusion. So if 6 months has passed, you broke up 6 months ago. Imagine that that time is working for you instead of working against you. I have a video called Time is Your Friend, because you always want to look at time as being somehow working in your favor. For example, absence makes the heart grow fonder, not absence makes this person forget about me. So use this time in your favor and somehow, and imagine that everything is in divine order. Everything is in divine timing. You're taking this moment, you're taking control of this moment now. It doesn't matter if it's been 6 months. Take this time now to connect with what it felt like when things were at their best, what it felt like to be in love with this person, what it felt like to connect with this person, to be with this person. You attracted them once before. You can definitely attract them again. You know, if you've connected with them before, it's possible. For example, in terms of a crush, if you've never actually connected with them, that's okay, because you can believe that you're someone who anyone would want to connect with. Don't down yourself and say, well, I'm not interesting, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not funny enough, I'm not handsome enough, I'm not charismatic enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Instead, decide that you are more than enough. Your idea of yourself is exactly how this other person is going to view you. We are all intuitively picking up on one another's ideas of self. So your idea of what you believe you can be is directly related to what you will be. You are what you think. You will become the product of your thoughts and the product of your beliefs. You already are those things. Who you are right now is a product of your past beliefs. So if you want to be someone else, you want to be together with someone again, start believing that now. Start taking action on that now. Commit to those feelings and those vibrations now. Just give it a moment, because there's always that time delay. I know the time delay is frustrating because you want to like think it and have it immediately, but it never happens immediately. Give it some time, give it some space, let it come to you, let it flow to you. It's amazing the way the universe can be really swift. It's not going to make you wait around indefinitely, but you do need to give it a chance. I want to improve my current relationship with my girlfriend. I imagine her being nice and lovely to me, but she is rarely. Okay, so I know that this is discouraging when you have the exact opposite right in your face. So it's good to keep imagining it. It's also good to imagine that you are worth these things. So it's one thing to imagine someone else doing something. It's also another thing to imagine receiving these things. So a lot of times, we can imagine someone saying something, but then they do the complete opposite. And it's super frustrating and we think we're doing something wrong. Instead, try to take some time to yourself and imagine what it would feel like to receive these things, to, really be accepting of this love, be accepting of this appreciation. And a lot of times, if you're getting the direct opposite from another person, you need to distance yourself from them just a little bit for your own peace of mind and to know that you're worth more than what you're getting in this current moment. And it's okay to distance yourself. Don't be afraid you're going to lose this person. Just, it's about self-love. It's about realizing what you're worth and realizing the potential of what you can receive. So do really connect with these feelings and connect with these emotions. How to deal with hot and cold person. A lot of people are hot and cold. Don't take it personally. Stick out the vibration of what it feels like when things are hot. Really believe in yourself. And I think when you do your own thing, a lot of the time you don't really rely on this person for your inner happiness, for your peace of mind, for your ability to function. If you can really do that, then you can really get on the right track towards breakthroughs. Let's see. My ex keeps coming back, but I kept messing it up, and he keeps leaving and coming back. How do I stop him from leaving? I know a lot of you are stuck in these loops where you keep experiencing the same things over and over and over again. I think in terms of this, you need to break the trend. You need to break the broken record. It doesn't need to keep going around endlessly. So I think that you need to take a few moments to kind of quiet your mind and really realize and pick up on what are the dominant thoughts that I keep thinking, that I keep doing, that I keep believing. Because it's time to start changing some things from within. Take some time to really work on your inner self. Because if you keep repeating the same habits, if he keeps doing the same thing, you keep doing the same thing, something's got to give. You don't want to keep breaking up and getting back together over and over again. Even though it's possible to get back together, still you don't want the drama of that. You don't want to keep experiencing that endlessly. So I think take a moment to really be mindful and kind of separate yourself emotionally from the situation so you can really get in touch with what it feels like to really understand where your emotions are coming from, and ask yourself, what do I really want in this relationship? What do I ideally want, and what am I willing to do to attain those goals within the relationship? Ask yourself how you can change, how you expect this other person to change, and set your standards of what you want in this relationship and what you think you can have, what you think is possible. And I think that it all starts with a feeling of, can I honestly have this in my life? What do I feel is possible, and what am I willing to work for? And don't blame yourself. Like, I know when we learn about this idea of thoughts creating things, a lot of times we tend to blame ourselves. Like, are we responsible for this person's actions? Because, well, thoughts create things. And I wouldn't take all the blame. Like, they're responsible for themselves too. Like, you can't say, well, this person treated me badly, so it's all my fault. Like, that isn't fair. I think that obviously you want to start expecting better, expecting more, but you don't want to take all the blame. We are all co-creating. We're all here. We're all creating with one another. So why should you take all the blame for someone else's bad behavior? Like, that's not fair. So I think taking an honest look, an honest assessment, and honestly loving yourself. So it's a lot of being honest. Okay. How do you manifest your love into marriage where there are lots of obstacles? The funny thing about manifesting any sort of goal, there are a million obstacles. So your particular situation is not any more obstacle ridden than someone else who's trying to attract a job, trying to attract money, trying to attract success, trying to attract a crush, like trying to attract anything. There's going to be an obstacle. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trying to attract it. So I think logically realizing that everything is obstacles, and I think we value the things the most that we receive that had the most obstacles. We call that a miracle. the best miracles are the ones that had the most obstacles. You know, we love those stories of the underdog. I mean, think of like award shows, like the Academy Awards. We love the story of the little film that came out of nowhere and beat all the bigger films that had all this financial backing, like the little tiny film from like a foreign country that was tiny, that was made for like no money. Like, we love those stories. So we love these, we love when there's so many obstacles and then we get it because it's so wonderful. It's that miracle moment. It's that moment of, oh my gosh, this amazing thing happened that had no chance of happening. And now it happened. Like, we live for those moments. So I think, you know, recognize everything has obstacles. If you want to go for this goal, go for it with all of your heart. Embrace it with all of your heart. Don't embrace the obstacles. If you are embracing the obstacles, then why even go for the goal? Why even bother if all you're going to do is be hung up in the obstacles? Like I said, every single goal has obstacles. Every single one. Potential obstacles, potential fears, potential things standing in the way, this, that. I mean, it's so, everything is so similar in that way. So definitely look at your strengths. Look at how much you love the idea of this result. If you want to go for it, go for it. Embrace it with all your heart and decide that it's possible for you. And honestly, once you realize that it's something that can happen in your life, you have that light bulb moment. You say, you know what? This could happen. I don't know how it can happen, but this could happen. Like my goal. I would love, like that person said, 210,000 subscribers. I say to myself, well, right now I have 21,000, and that seems like a really long way to go. But I say to myself, well, there are other people that have that many subscribers. They once were where I am now, so they're no different than me. So that could happen to me too. I don't know how it's going to happen or what I need to do to get it, but I'm just going to continue being me. And it goes the same way in terms of attracting marriage, in terms of attracting, you know, a marriage where people are against the marriage, against the relationship. Other people are married in situations where people were against it. Other people are in relationships where other people were against it. There were all these obstacles, maybe religious obstacles, money obstacles, maybe the mother of, you know, the bride, like people aren't getting along. There's people who think that they're wrong for other people. You know, there's all sorts of drama and background stuff. But honestly, like, look at the end goal, love the end goal, nurture it, embrace it. Don't think about it too much. Don't obsess about it. Let it go. Do your thing. Try to find something else to be happy about, something else to be excited about. And honestly, that's how you get through the waiting period. Because there's a waiting period with everything. It doesn't happen instantly. Hi, someone said hi with a heart. Hi. How to manifest a marriage proposal. I feel like we're all about marriage today. Gotten so many marriage questions so far. So I'm gonna try to take a different question because I feel like I've already covered that. Specific person lives overseas. You know, like I said, long distance relationships can work. It doesn't matter if they live half a world away. They can still feel you. Energy will travel a half a world away, you know, a half a block away. It's all the same. It's all the same to the universe. Lucid dreaming. I actually don't know anything about lucid dreaming. I wish I did. I really don't. So I'm like not the person to ask about that. I wish I knew something about it. I don't know. I think dreams are just our way of sort of emptying out our mind for the night. I don't actually think they have significance on my life, my day-to-day life. I have found that in good parts of my life, I've had bad dreams. And in, you know, when I've been having a bad part of my life, I've had good dreams. Like, it doesn't seem to be a relation between dreams and my life. Maybe your life is different, but at least that's how it's always been for me. So if I have a happy dream, I carry those feelings with me into the day. If I have a nightmare, I just release it in the morning and I just kind of let go. It would be great to dream in a lucid way. I've never personally experienced it, but I think it'd be really cool. How to manifest a perfect love. Well, I think that you have to remember that you are someone's perfect someone. And I think a lot of times we always look for our perfect someone, but we fail to remember that we are also someone's perfect someone. So keep that in mind, that you are dreaming about the perfect relationship with someone else, but someone else also needs you as much as you need them. And that is something so eye-opening to remember. And that is honestly the missing component for a lot of people in attracting this relationship, either with someone, a specific person, an ex, or maybe someone they've never met. They always discount their contribution to the relationship. It's always about what this person can do for them and manifesting my perfect person, but you are someone's perfect person too. And I would use that as a mantra. Maybe if you are trying to get that wonderful relationship in whatever fashion, like I said, if it's a specific person, an ex, someone you've never met, maybe it's a crush you've never met, realize your worth in the situation and that they can need you just as much as you can need them. And that is something you can say as a mantra. I am this person's perfect person, someone's perfect person. There goes my voice again. Just give me a second. All right. How to gain self-confidence. I think self-confidence comes with knowing that through all your flaws, you're still perfect. And yes, there are things about yourself that you can want to work on, want to better, but you're still perfect right now. It is fine to have goals for self-improvement, to lose a few pounds, get in shape, get a healthy body, get smarter, maybe learn a language. Like, it's fine to have goals like that. Do not discount yourself right now in this current moment and realize that you deserve to be on this earth. You deserve to be here. You deserve to make other people's lives brighter. Like, you have a purpose in this world. You are not nobody. You're not somebody who's throwaway trash. You are somebody who is meaningful and meant to make a contribution, who's meant to fulfill their dreams, who's meant to contribute to this wonderful planet that we all live in. So start with saying, I matter. I am worth something. I am here to contribute. My joy is meant to make other people happy too. Imagine that you are going through this world and you are meant to touch others too. That you are meant to be here, you have a purpose, you have a place, your heart is important, the things you love are important, the job that you want to work is important, what you look like is important. Like, you are perfect and you have your place. And once you can really own that and believe in yourself, I think the self-confidence comes. That doesn't matter if you're a shy person or an outgoing person. Like, those things don't matter. Anyone can have confidence, and I think that confidence comes with accepting yourself, knowing that even if there are things you want to work on, that you're still perfect and wonderful in every way. And don't be afraid to be you and to let yourself shine, to explore your own interests, to believe in what makes you happy. Because we all have different things that make us happy. We're not all the same. We all have different ideas of joy. Of course, joy always kind of encompasses, we all want companionship, we all want safety, those basic needs, but our individual ideas of joy, individual likes and dislikes, embrace those things. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to be unique. Don't be afraid to be off the wall. Just be who you are, and that'll help develop your confidence. And try not to put yourself down during the day. Be really mindful of the thoughts you think. Those are going to be directly related to your confidence too. So whenever you think something disempowering, catch yourself and say, hey, wait a second. I need to be my own best friend, not my own worst enemy. Hey, Miss Veronica, I'm laying back listening, and you're spot on correct about giving your other spouse a break for self-love, self-respect. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm glad to be here. I love doing these live sessions. I haven't given up on my recorded sessions. I just haven't had that much time right now and very good backgrounds. I need to get better places to film. So yeah, but I'm definitely going to be filming more videos like this, more videos that are recorded. I'm also going to be filming on location videos in different travel spots. So I'm really excited about that at the end of the month. I'm going to be in Ecuador. I'm going to be filming from there, filming my travel adventure. So I hope you join with me for that. I'm really excited to be on location. Every time I travel, I'm going to do that from now on. And those are some of my other goals. There's certain countries I want to visit, and I really want to go to certain places. And I think that, holding those things as a goal is something I really want. And again, I'm going to put it out there. I'm not going to need it. I'm just going to put it out there. Let's see. How to manifest a meet with someone. If you're waiting to meet with someone, well, I mean, I think it's good to get mentally prepared, like what you would wear, how you would feel, where you would want to go, what you would want to talk about. But I wouldn't think about that every single day. I would instead give yourself a break from waiting around and just feel like that meet is inevitable. Okay, I think I'm actually going to close up for the day. I am in a public place and it's getting kind of busy in here. So I'm afraid we're going to be interrupted at some point. However, I am planning to come online this weekend. Hopefully I will be able to hold to that. So in terms of my secret sale, it's veronicaisles.com/html/200sale.html. What I have on that, I have a PDF, I think I have a phone call, I have a 25-day challenge package that has some extra special personalized messages in it. It's something new I'm trying. And also a weight loss package. I'm going to start releasing a lot more weight loss videos, so look forward to those soon if you are on a weight loss journey. And I am excited to be with you today. Email me, veronicaisles@gmail.com. And I was happy to do this. Thank you so much. Video 200. I can't wait for video 2000. So it's very exciting. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And have a lovely, lovely day.